Chuck, is there anything you'd like to say right now? Any message to the people of Spartanburg County?
Right there, the former Sheriff Chuck Wright from Spartanburg appearing in court for the very first time since he was hit with multiple federal charges. That was video of him walking into the federal courthouse in downtown Greenville. Fox Carolina's investigative team asking him several questions, but as you heard, he didn't answer any of them. This comes nearly a month after he was charged over accusations that he abused his power of position. And Fox Carolina's chief investigative anchor Justin Doherty and senior investigative reporter Grace Runkle joining us live now from outside the federal courthouse in Greenville County to explain what's next in this case.
Well, Anna, it was a long list of questions that we had for the former Spartanburg County Sheriff Chuck Wright. It was a quick entrance. He was inside the federal courtroom to get arraigned, and then when he left, we walked with him for about 2 blocks. No comment all along the way, but Fox Carolina crews, we had you covered throughout this entire morning here as the former Spartanburg County Sheriff of 20 years being arraigned in federal court on 3 federal charges. Our Grace Runkle inside the courtroom with Wright.
That's right. And, you know, we saw Chuck Wright walk in very quickly, but he was standing tall. And even when he went into the courtroom, was sitting kind of at attention the entire time. The same can be said about former Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office chaplain Amos Durham. We also saw Wright's close friend, L.B. Watson, and he was a little bit more relaxed when he was in court, kind of leaning over the banister that separated them from the people who came to watch. It was a very small courtroom. Amos Durham definitely having some people there to support him. The rest, there were a lot of people who say that they were personally impacted by Chuck Wright. But we did have a very quick arraignment. We saw that all 3 men were given $25,000 unsecured bonds. So that means they didn't have to pay anything in order to come out and walk out of the courthouse here today. If they violate their conditions, then they will have to pay. But for now, no one had to pay their bond. It was interesting to hear that Chuck Wright was given a special condition. So he actually is going to have to be attending substance abuse classes as part of the condition of his bond. He said that he will do that, so that's something that we're going to be watching. But again, in that courtroom, people who said that they were victims of the former Spartanburg County Sheriff, I was sitting next to the Lucas family. The Lucas family, their son was killed in that superbike shooting many years ago.
A tragedy that rocked the entire county. We spoke with them as soon as they left the courtroom, and they said even though this is just the arraignment today, they needed to make sure they were here to see this through.
I just feel like with the sheriff and the dealings and the problems that we've had through the years with our son's death and his friend's death at Superbike, that I wanted to see it through from the beginning to the end.
What went through your mind when you saw him here today?
Anger, disgust, actually.
Why?
Disgusted by the fact that the case went for 13 years and he was COHEP, or TK as I call him, was right underneath his nose, and they never even as much as spoke with him.
Now again, Chuck Wright, Amos Durham, and L.B. Watson all inside that courtroom there today. None of them had any comments to share with us. The attorneys for L.B. Watson said they will not comment today, maybe on Thursday when they are able to enter those guilty pleas. We did speak with Amos Durham, the former chaplain. His attorney spoke. He said that they're looking forward to Thursday to come to this resolution. But Grace, this is just one step of many now in this federal process.
That's right. We still are waiting for the plea hearing on Thursday. After that will be the sentencing, and it is a long process to go from them actually entering those guilty plea to the sentencing. But of course, we're going to be watching it every step of the way.
That's right. We got you covered here. We were able to speak to former Greenville County Solicitor Walt Wilkins. He said that could take some 30 to 90 days for them to come down with that sentencing. So after Thursday, we will be able to know exactly how long that will be and what those individuals could be facing when it comes to their sentencing here in federal court. But Fox Carolina will have you covered throughout this entire time. For Grace Runkle, I'm Justin Doherty in Greenville County. Anna, back to you.
All right, thanks, Justin. Grace, of course, staying on top of that for us, and you can always count on Fox Carolina to be ahead of this case. Thanks, guys.